Welcome to the Hello Studio Live. It's officially summer here today. The lake is warm and anywhere between 4, 5, 6 is usually our hottest time of the day at our particular cabin because of the way the sun is. It's kind of protected and shaded by the trees until that time. And then it's right on the cabin, just boom, hot, hot, hot. I love it though because it feels so good after a long, cold winter and cool spring days. And we'll still have more cool spring days, but it's nice to have the warmth today. And you can see it's shining up from the lake onto me on here. But I put up a cloth today so I could cover the blinds and not have those dots down my face, not be AI today. If you're here, say hello in the chat. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Jelly Bean. Oh, thank you. She said, pretty dress. Yeah, these are this is my daily go-to. If I'm going out of the house, I'm wearing a cute little dress, usually with flowers. I have some other patterns too. You'll be seeing them all over time because I'll be wearing them when it's hot. I also want to get some poofy sleeve tops because I seriously love when I have that poofy sleeve sweater on. It's like a little short sleeve sweater, but it's way too hot for a sweater today. So I'm going to get some tops like that too, because every time I see the poofy sleeves, I think, oh, that's fun. I love a poofy sleeve. Just as I don't know, I kind of like the dots. They were really funny, weren't they? Well, we used the funniest thing. Was it Beth or was it you yesterday that said maybe a piece of fabric? And I had kind of thought of that too, but I didn't really want to put tape on the wood because we have wood trim around the windows. You can see the other windows have wood trim. And so I was like, I don't really want to put tape on the wood, but then what else could I do? And then my husband thought of the idea of using the window shades that I created for the Blume. We used like the Reflectix stuff, but then I sewed fabric black on one side. So when you look so that the black faces out to the world. And so it just looks like a dark tinted window. And then on the inside, I sewed like a pretty teal turquoisey fabric, more teal than turquoise, on the inside. So we had something pretty to look at if we were inside the van camping, but wanted privacy. We could put those up and then see the pretty blue. But then from the outside, it just looked normal, like dark tinted windows. So, oh, she thinks it was Beth. Yeah, I think it was too. So anyway, that's what I've got sitting in the window. All the windows are like the windows behind me, tall. And the one in front of me is the tallest kind. Like that one. And so, anyway, I've got one of those long van window covers in there. It's really nice. It's definitely nice not feeling the sun on my face too through those little dots. Jill says, I love that there's a difference between teal and turquoise. Yes. It's a big difference to my eyes, but I get it. A lot of people don't see the difference. My husband just sees blue, like this is blue, that's blue. And if you could see it, it's definitely teal. And this is more turquoise, like kind of a dark turquoise, actually. So, to her eyes too. Yeah. It's like obvious for me, but for some people it's just not. And then there's colorblind people that really have trouble with that. So yeah, color can be a thing for sure. So today we are going to try Sabrina Ramonov's Make Money prompt. And it's like, how can I make money as what I, in my field, what I do. And so I'm going to do, we're going to try it for an artist making print-on-demand products, hopefully. I'm going to look at the prompt, and then I actually am going to have to type it in because I know I commented, but I commented on her YouTube video, and not the Instagram video. And her Instagram is where it sends you the automatic DM with the prompt written out. You can copy paste. So we're going to just be writing it out from her YouTube video. But I think her video is pretty short, so we can watch it first. Hopefully I won't get a copyright strike. And we'll watch it and then we'll do it ourselves. Because I just love her and I want to make sure she gets all the credit for this prompt.
This prompt transforms ChatGPT into a money-making machine. You're going to tell it to be a wealth maximization specialist, prioritizing high-performance decision frameworks and analyzing opportunities using the mindsets of high-income, high performers. This section gives it don't give us generic advice. Don't glaze us. No hype, no personal bias. It is all about helping you make money. To get this prompt, go to Instagram and DM me money. Or if you're on Instagram, you can comment money in this video and I'll DM it to you. This prompt.
So I'm realizing also now that I can't see the whole prompt in the video. I was hoping she was going to scroll down, but I'm only going to see basically 2 parts of it. So hang on. Let's go to, I'm in her community. If you're not in her community, she has a community on Skool, Skool. And it's called Women Build AI. And you do have to apply to be in the school. She wants to have people that are women that are working in AI to be in the group. And I'm going to see if I can search making prompt. I'm going to see if I can search the prompt. Okay. That didn't come up. Okay. Let's see. What if I search Sabrina? Oh, well, that just gives me, okay. A lot of people saying, thanks, Sabrina. Let's see here. I typed in money prompt, but nothing came up. Maybe just money. Okay. Apologies. I was thinking I had this, and then I realized right before we started that I did not. Oh, I know where to look. Instead of there, let me look at her actual website. Where is she? That's her LinkedIn. Yeah, sabrina.dev is her website. There I can maybe search for the prompt. Okay, I think I found it. She used ChatGPT, but we're going to use Claude today just for funsies because Claude's been so fabulous lately. Okay, let me look for the prompt. Dun, 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 dun. Well, it's a different prompt. But let's just roll with it because it is a money-making prompt. It says, I asked ChatGPT to make me as much money as possible. So I think that sounds like a really good one too, in addition to that other one. Hi, Beth. Welcome, welcome. So glad you're here. I was watching you live tonight, but then I couldn't tell if it was my Wi-Fi that was being fussy because I was outside, or if it was if you got stuck, if it just stopped working. Okay. So sorry, I'm getting the beginning. Okay, here's her example. So now we'll go, okay. Oh, let me show you. I'm not even sharing screen yet because I wasn't sure what we were going to do. Okay, so here's her. If you go to sabrina.dev, she has so many tips and tricks and tools to read through and use. And she's so incredibly talented and smart and has so much cool stuff to share. Beth says, I just watched part of Sabrina's live this morning. It started early, so I missed the beginning, but it was really good. Yeah, I missed it today. I was outside with the baby cat and just didn't even think about it, but I'm glad you got to watch some of it. They are always so good. She said she thinks it was her for her live to cut off around 10 minutes. Oh, no worries. I mean, don't be sorry. I was like, oh, I think I couldn't tell if my thing got stuck or not because I was outside. Oh, and Jill was on a phone call. Oh, dang. Well, did you guys learn anything great from Sabrina today that you share? Okay, so I'm going to go down here and we're going to use this example here to start. So we're going to put that in first and we're going to go to grid. And let's just, did I make a new project? We'll go to the Yellow Boutique since that's my art business. Beth says Sabrina was talking about Blotato tonight, Sabrina's AI agent. She made it great for social media posting. Yes, it is a really cool app. And I would actually use it, but there are 2 features that I need it to have. And so I haven't switched over to it, but I keep meaning to message her and just see or like maybe post in the community and see if those are features she might add to it, because if she did, I would totally switch over. I love her app. It's so cool. Oh, yes. And you're right. She's combining it with Cloud Code and makes video content. That is so cool. So cool. The 2 features are, one is that it doesn't post to personal Facebook profiles or personal Instagrams. I think it might do creator Instagram, but I am not sure about that. And so I post with Publer, I'm able to post to my personal profile on Facebook. And I'm also able to post to my personal Instagram. I think my Instagram might be a creator account, but I don't remember for sure. But I definitely never went business account with it, because once you go business account, you can't use all the sounds and it changes a lot of the rules for how you can use it. And so I always liked using it as a personal account. So that was the thing. And it's really the API. It's not her fault that you can't do it. But Publer found a workaround where because the API won't allow that to happen, what Publer does is it sends me the post at the time it needs to be posted, and it sends me the copy and the image or images or video, and it's all there. It says, hey, do you want to post this now? And I just tap open on my phone, and then I say post, and then I say post one more time, and it's up. And so it's like 3 taps and it's live. So I don't really have to do anything. I don't have to copy paste or like do anything weird. Oh, that's right. I just tap the little box and it pastes, and then I tap post and it posts. And so I love that. And then the other feature was, shoot, now that I described all of that, now I can't remember the second thing. I can't remember now. It'll come to me. I was hoping it would come to me. Beth says it does that now, at least in the example. She had 2 Facebook pages. One was her personal one, I think. Oh, well, that is cool to know. I'll go check it out again, because I really do love her product. It's really cool. And it does so many other things that Publer doesn't do. but I didn't really need all those other things. I needed it to do what I'm doing with Publer, which is fast posting, posting to all my platforms at once, all of that kind of thing. But I know Potato does post to all the platforms at once. I do need to get in there and try it again too. The first time I tried it, it felt a little bit more cumbersome than just using a scheduler, because it wanted to like use AI to fix things or write things or do things. And I was like, I don't need that. I've already got my AI already wrote all my posts, and then I've already made any edits, and now I just need to copy paste into the boxes and hit go, 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 go. And it takes me, like maybe an hour to post a month's worth of posts. So it's pretty fast for me now at this point. So yeah, I'll definitely check it out again. Okay, so I'm going to put this prompt. I'm going to put the prompt in the chat box, and I'm going to say, I'm an illustration artist and AI artist. My skills include skill 1 and skill 2. Hand-drawn illustration art and AI imagery and video. I'm passionate about, I don't know, so many things. Art, gardening, handmade crafts, AI generation for images and video. I have blank time available per week. So now we're going to make up how much time we have per week to work on this money-making idea that AI is going to give me. So let's say how much do most people have in their extra time per week? Let's say we have 10 hours. I have 10 hours. Wow, wrong fingers. Okay. I have 10 hours per week and a beginner level understanding of relevant field. I would say intermediate and illustration. My goal is to build an income stream so a vague goal that brings in extra cash each month. That's a vague goal. Helps small businesses, lets me work from home, helps improve health, etc. Oh, I see. Those are the examples. Okay. Let's say from home. Okay, so I'm going to take that out of there. And then, oops, why didn't it go? Oh, there it goes. And then we're going to do the next part of the prompt. So next, within the same chat conversation, run the following prompts in the exact order. She says, I call this a prompt chain over here. She says, next, run these through, and I call it a prompt chain. The prompts are designed to build on each other within a single chat, creating context and momentum. So now I'm going to say, based on everything you know about me, what is the fastest way for me to make income goal? Let's say $1,000 a month. I don't know. Limit to one offer and one channel. Okay, so I'm going to change that to Anne. Okay, go. We can always change this too and make it more money, make it less. If you have ideas for what you want me to try or ask, let me know in the chat. I was just looking at the comments. That said, oh, it's definitely designed for people who aren't as AI savvy and need it all in one platform. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Blotato is really cool. The coolest thing about Blotato, in my opinion, well, one of the coolest things is that you get office hours once a week with Sabrina, which is pretty darn phenomenal. um, I think the cost of it alone is worth the office hour with Sabrina each week. Okay, so now it says, based on everything I know about you, the answer is clear. Offer custom AI enhanced portrait illustrations channel Etsy. Here's the logic. Okay, custom AI enhanced portrait illustrations. Interesting. Here's logic. You already have a live Etsy storefront, an established brand identity, the Yellow Boutique, and a proven aesthetic that buyers respond to. You're not starting from zero, you're adding a high margin service offered to infrastructure that already exists. The offer combines your two strongest skills, hand illustration and AI generation. You take a customer's photo, pet, person, baby, couple, and render it in your signature pastel, minimalist, whimsical style. AI assists with the underlayer or composition. Your hand illustration sensibility drives the final look and feel. The result is personal, original, and impossible to get from a mass-produced POD product. That's really fun. Why this hits 1,000 a month fastest. At 75 to 100 per portrait, you need 10 to 14 sales a month. At 10 hours a week, that's roughly 2 to 3 portraits a week. Very achievable once you have a template workflow. Etsy already surfaces custom portraits searches aggressively, and your existing shop gives you social proof and reviews to build on immediately. The 10-hour work week breakdown would be 6 hours of fulfillment, 2 to 3 portraits, 2 hours, one new listing or product photo per week. Okay. And 2 hours Pinterest pin pointing back to Etsy. Okay. Why not something else? POD products like your current onesies and prints are a long game, great for passive income, but slow to reach 1,000 a month because of margin compression and volume requirements. A custom service front loads the revenue. Once you've got consistent orders and a tight workflow, you can raise prices or hire out the AI prep work. The one risk to manage, scope creep on revisions. Set your listing terms clearly. One revision included, additional rounds at a flat fee before your first sale. You already have the brand, the channel, and the aesthetic, and both skills. This is the fastest path to 1K that doesn't require building anything new from scratch. So now I want to ask, now what if oh, you know what? She has another prompt in the chain though, so maybe I shouldn't break the chain. And we can ask another question later. Okay. Okay, so she said, don't be afraid to ask clarifying questions, push back, propose alternatives, question the choices. For example, she asked why it chose this high ticket done for you offer instead of selling courses or starting a paid community. And then it gave her an answer. So what could we ask Claude about why? I love that Claude kind of already gave us why not something else. Let's see what her next prompt is. Okay. Okay, the next prompt is, who is the number one person I should learn from to succeed? Based on your specific combination, Etsy seller, illustration artist, AI art, video, POD brand, Pinterest-driven traffic, there isn't one single obvious name I'd stake a strong claim on from memory. Let me search for who's actually cutting through right now. Okay, Starla Moore. She's the manager at erank.com, Etsy's leading SEO research tool, which means she leverages data-driven insights to deliver Etsy SEO education that's grounded in what the algorithm is actually doing right now, not recycled advice. What makes her stand out is that she does original research into what does and doesn't work on Etsy and why, and then freely shares it. That's rare. Okay. So then YouTube search for Starla Moore, free Facebook group Handmade Alphas Dominate Etsy, and a paid group Handmade Alpha Academy. She won't teach you AI art or illustration, but she'll teach you the Etsy mechanics, SEO, and buyer psychology. Now I'm curious. Oh, I didn't switch tabs. Oh yeah, I did. Curious if that's the kind of prompt, if that's the kind of answer we needed. Alex Hermosi, he teaches, offers pricings. Okay, so that was. Okay, so then the next one is pretend you are that person. Pretend that you are Starla Moore. Create a very simple 90-day action plan that needs less than 1,000 upfront, has a 95% chance of success, and gets me my first paying customer ASAP. Let's make, since we're only trying to make 1,000 in this scenario, we'll say less than $100 upfront. So I want to go attainable for everyone out of the gate. Before I build this out of Starla, a couple of quick questions so the plan is dialed in for your exact situation. What's your current Etsy shop status? Which offer are we focusing on? And what tools do you have? Once I know. Okay. Live with listings, set but empty, not created yet. So live with listings, custom AI enhanced portraits, and I have access to, well, it's not Procreate or Illustrator, it's Fresco, but that's fine. Midjourney, Canva Pro, and I don't have eRank or Marmalade. Okay, so let's go. I love that Claude does those little question things now so that you can just quickly answer instead of having to type out answers sometimes. Delane made it. You made it. You made it. Hi, Delane. Welcome, welcome. Are you feeling okay today? How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Okay, so puts on Starla Moore hat. Okay, Alpha, listen up. You've got a live shop, real tools, and differentiated offer. You are not starting from zero. You're adding one high converting listing to something that already exists. Here's your 90-day plan. Simple, cheap, proven. So phase 1, days 1 through 14 are setup and launch. Create a sample portrait, add the listing to the Etsy shop. It gives me a price. Install eRank free tier. Okay. So 0, 20-cent listing, 0. So far, for the first 14 days, we only spend 20 cents. We can all handle that, right? Oh, good. Delane says she's feeling better. Thanks. I'm so glad. Okay, shop is live and optimized. Phase 2, 15 to 60 days. Get your first customer. Post 3 pins a week on Pinterest before and after process shots only. Offer 2 friends a free pet portrait, or not pet portrait. I said that because Delane just showed up. Offer 2 friends a free portrait. Ask for an honest Etsy review. Message 10 past Etsy buyers. Soft intro to your new service. That's really smart. I had never thought to do that with past buyers. So target is to get your first paying customer by day 30. Now we go to phase 3. That's days 61 to 90, scale to 1K a month. Raise the price to $95 after sale number 1. Oh, interesting. First sale proves market, raise it. Add 2 more listing variations, pet portrait plus couple portrait. Turn best pin into paid ad, $30 to $50 a month, organic proof first. So then we do $1,000 a month run rate for the ad. Although that wouldn't be $1,000, it would be $30 to $50 a month for the month. So, oh, I see. Okay, so approximately spend $50 for the 90 days, and the goal is to get to your $1,000 a month run rate. So here's the Starla Moore take on each phase. Phase 1 is done in a weekend. Honestly, your shop is already live, which means you skip the hardest part. Make one portrait sample using your pet, a friend, or yourself. This is your proof of concept and your listing photo. Add exactly one listing, $75, custom illustrated portrait in your style. Install eRank's free tier and plug in your listing title before you publish. This takes 2 evenings max. Phase 2. This is where 95% of sellers quit too early. You have Pinterest channel already working for the Yellow Boutique. Don't build something new. Point what you already have at this listing. 3 pins a week, before and after content only. Then do what nobody wants to do. Message 10 people. That is so true. Everybody's like, I don't want to do cold calls. 2 friends get a free portrait in exchange for an honest Etsy review. 10 past buyers get a soft, hey, I have something new. This is how you get your first sale by day 30, not by day 90. That's pretty great advice. Pretty great advice. And then phase 3, expand after proof. So the moment your first sale lands, raise the price to $95. First sale proves someone will pay. You've earned that increase. Then add 2 listing variations. Pets and couples are the 2 highest converting portrait niches. Delane knows that. On Etsy right now, finally take your best performing Pinterest pin and put $30 to $50 of paid promotion behind it. Organic proof first, paid second, always. Yes, absolutely. The Starla truth nobody tells you. The plan fails at exactly one point, sending those 10 messages. That's the step that feels awkward. Do it anyway. That's where your first customer comes from. Total upfront cost, 40 cents in Etsy listing fees. The optional 30 to 50 Pinterest ad is a day 61 decision, only if organic is working. That is pretty phenomenal advice. Delane says, yes, I do on the pet portraits. Yes. Okay. Excuse me. Let's see here. So this phrase gets me my first paying customer ASAP is key. Without this, chat will generate a 30, 60, 90-day roadmap where your first 30 days is spent on preparation. Heck no. You want the fastest path to your dollar because this small win will energize you to keep going. Most people quit too early or jump to the next shiny object. So true. So it's critically important to build momentum and conviction through compounding small wins, ideally sooner rather than later. So here's the intermediate bonus prompt. Your first 10 customers are the only market research that matter. What others did is a hypothesis. What you can get someone to pay for is the truth. The following intermediate level prompt helps you answer the question, can I sell it? So, okay. So now we're going to go put this part in. Act as Alex Hormozy. I have no audience or distribution. My goal is to get one hell yes or paid commitment ASAP. What are 3 specific, easy to run tests that I can do this week to validate that real people will pay me? Each test should cost under $50 and less than 4 hours to set up. My preferences, does she give examples? My preferences and my constraints. She gave examples for the constraints, but not the preferences. Let's see. My preferences are the AI art portraits, I guess. And then my constraints are, like if you don't want to show your face on social media, or you don't want to talk about certain topics, or you don't have a budget for paid ads. So let's say constraints are, I only have $100 for paid ads. I can't work more than 10 hours per week. And I mean, this is all stuff we already gave Claude, but we're just going to see what happens since this is the extra bonus prompt. What other constraints? I don't want to do revisions. Actually, that's really a good one for me because I really want to say no revisions. Like, you get it, you get it. You get it, you get it, you get. You like my art style or you don't. Okay, so let's put that in. I know, I was thinking that too. Beth changed Alex to Starla, but let's just see what Hermosi says. Since we already got like what Starla said up above. And then we could always run it again. And or I could just ask, what would Starla say also? So Hermosi mode, let's get brutal. Oh no. You don't have a distribution problem, you have a proof problem. Nobody's paying you yet because nobody's been asked the right way. Here are 3 tests. Run all 3 simultaneously this week. First, yes wins. Test 1, the warm DM close. Fastest possible first dollar. Facebook and Instagram, DM 20 people you know, say, I'm doing 3 custom AI portraits this week for $65. Want one? Nothing more. That's the script. No link, no pitch. Okay. 0 cost. 1 reply saying yes. Ask for $65 upfront with Venmo or PayPal. Test 2, Facebook group sniper post. Strangers who already want this category. So 3 Facebook groups: pet lovers, baby showers, gifting. Post your sample portrait, caption, made this for a friend, doing 3 more this week for $65. DM me if interested. No Etsy link yet. $0 cost. 45-minute time. 3 comments or DMs in 24 hours asking about price or details. This is like what you want to get. What will show you proof that you're onto your marketing, your strategy is going to work and your product is going to work. So test 3 is $40 Pinterest paid ad spike. Only test that uses paid reach. Take your best portrait sample, promote it on Pinterest for 5 days at $8 a day. Target gift ideas plus pet portrait keywords. Link goes to your live Etsy listing. $40, 1.5 hour setup plus 5 days running. 1 Etsy sale or 5+ saves on the listing within 5 days will be proof of it working. Success signal, it says. So, and then it gives us the Etsy Hermosi breakdown. Test 1 is where your first dollar comes from, not Etsy, not Pinterest, a direct message to someone who already trusts you. The script is deliberately blunt. Scarcity, 3 this week, price up front, no link, no pressure. You're not pitching, you're offering. The difference matters. If you send 20 messages and get 0 interest, the problem is your sample image, not the market. Test 2 is your cold audience proof. Pet lover Facebook groups and baby shower communities are buying intent audiences. They already spend money in this category. You're not advertising, you're joining a conversation. The portrait is the post. No pitch, no link, no check out my shop. If strangers DM you wanting to know the price, you've validated cold demand. That's the data point. Test 3 is the only one that costs money, and you run it after tests 1 and 2 get a response. Don't spend $40 before you know someone warm wanted it. Use your existing Pinterest channel because you already have infrastructure there. $8 a day for 5 days is a signal test, not a scaling attempt. 5 saves on your listing with no sale tells you that your image. 5 saves on your listing with no sale tells you the image converts attention. You just need to optimize the listing copy. The Hermosi truth is to run all 3 simultaneously starting Monday. First, yes, even a soft one tells you everything. Don't wait for a perfect sample. The market grades on a curve. Imperfect and sold beats perfect and unseen every time. That is so true. Done is better than perfect. Okay, so now let's ask, now that we know what Hermosi would say. Can you also give me Starla's answer? Let's see what Starla would say. Okay, back in alpha mode. Same question, completely different philosophy. Hormozy wants the fastest dollar. Starla wants the dollar that repeats. Here's how she'd answer. So that's why Sabrina had us use Hormozy for that part, because she wants you to get the fastest dollar to keep your self-esteem going and start momentum. So our test one would be an E-rank keyword demand checked. Prove buyers are searching before you list. So E-rank free tier, search custom pet portrait and AI portrait gift. Check search volume and competing listings. Find one phrase with high searches, under 2,000 competing listings. That's your title keyword. Success signal is that you find one low comp, high search phrase, proof that real buyers are already looking. That is so smart. I love it. Test 2, listing title AB with 2 listings. Test which angle buyers click on most. That is such a brilliant tip. I've done that before too, where I'll post like 2 different mock-ups as the lead image on a post and have it listed twice, and see which one gets the most clicks, so you can see which mock-up performs the best. Publish the 2 Etsy listings, same portrait, 2 angles. Listing A is a gift angle, listing B is a pet angle. Track clicks and Etsy stats after 5 days. Very smart. And that just costs 40 cents to list that AB example. One listing gets 2x more clicks. That's your buyer psychology data point. Test 3, Pinterest 3 pin save rate test. Prove organic before spending a single dollar. So post 3 pins this week. Pin 1, finished portrait. Pin 2, process before and after. Pin 3, gift for her angle. Each links to your best Etsy listing. Track saves and click-throughs only. $0. 5 saves on any one pin within 7 days. That pin gets promoted later, not before. Perfect. So Starla's take on why this matters differently. One isn't really a sales test, it's a foundation check. Starla would never let you publish a listing without running the keyword data first. She'd say, I don't care how pretty your portrait is. If nobody's typing that phrase into Etsy's search bar, your listing is invisible. The E-rank check tells you whether demand exists on the platform you're selling on. That's a different question than whether your friends like your art. I'm just going to stop and say that this is a very good prompt, Sabrina. I mean, of course it is. It's Sabrina's prompt. But what's so brilliant about this is that we've tapped into Starla Moore's strategy and now also Alex Hormozy's strategy, but catered specifically to what we want to do without having to read or view masses of content from those 2 people. Claude has now searched the web, gathered the data about these 2 people, and then is giving us the specific context we need without us having to reach out to the person, watch a million things. Now, of course, if we're loving this advice, we're going to go follow Starla and we're going to follow Alex, whichever advice you're loving more or whatever. And we're going to follow and get more tips and get even better at what we do. But at the same time, this gets you started. This gets you to a place where you can say, I could do something now instead of spending months following this person to figure out what applies to me and what's going to work for what I want to do. So I really love that about this prompt. Test 2 is where Starla diverges hardest from Hormozy. He'd say post 1 thing and sell it fast. She'd say post 2 things and learn from them. The click data from 2 listings, same art, different angle. Tells you whether your buyer is shopping for a gift or shopping for their pet. That insight shapes every listing, every pin, and every product description you write for the next year. It's worth the extra 20-cent listing fee. Absolutely. Test 3 is disciplined restraint. Starla would be firm here. No paid ads until you have organic saved data. Yes, I say this all the time. Don't pay for ads until you have organic content that is working already. And then take that organic content and turn it into an ad. Saves on Pinterest are buying intent signals from people who aren't your friends. If a pin about AI pet portrait gifts gets saved 8 times organically, you now have proof before you spend $1. That's the data that makes your $40 Pinterest ad in phase 3 a smart investment instead of a guess. The key difference between the two is Hormozy's tests are designed to get a yes or no by Friday. Starless tests are designed to get a yes that teaches you why, so the next 10 yeses are easier. Neither is wrong, they're answering different questions. Run Hormozy's test 1 for speed and Starless tests 1 and 2 for the data that compounds. You've got 10 hours this week, you can do both. I love that. Now let's see if Ina had any more to say here on this prompt. Now she says next level bonus prompt. Okay, so she's got another part of the prompt here. Oftentimes the roadmap to success is clear, straightforward, and proven by many others who have achieved the success you want. However, I've observed that people tend to quit way too early. Yes, they do. One of the biggest obstacles truly preventing people from succeeding is their own mindset. I'm not a guru, but when I first started making content, I felt all the negative things. I felt imposter syndrome. I second guessed myself. I had doubts whether I could do anything valuable or new to the existing AI education community. I worried about how I looked, my insecurities, how I sounded. Would my friends see? Would my family see? Would successful entrepreneurs see and judge me? I've designed this next level prompt, bonus prompt, to help identify the mindset block holding you back via interactive dialogue. This time, you're in the hot seat. Your AI will ask you the questions. Okay, so now let me copy that. And we'll go over here. So it says, I'm stuck at the starting line, acting as my entrepreneur coach. Ask me questions one at a time and until you can successfully diagnose the one mindset block most likely holding me back. Then reframe it. Finally, compress my 90-day plan into a 2-week proof sprint that proves I can succeed. This is so good. Okay, we're going to see. Do any of you ever feel like you get stuck when you get these answers from AI? Do you ever kind of go into like that mode of like, okay, now I have to do this. Now what? Okay, let's find what's actually stopping you, not what you think is stopping you. Be honest, even if the answer feels embarrassing, this only works if you are. When you imagine sending the first DM to 20 people offering your portrait service, what's the feeling that comes up for you? For me, I don't know about you guys, but what do you feel? Put it in the chat. I'm so curious how you feel thinking about DMing 20 people that you know on Facebook or Instagram and saying, hey, I've got this pet portrait, want it? Like, or this AI portrait, want it? What's the first thing that comes up for you? For me, I'm starting to think like, any AI backlash. That's probably one of the first things I'm worried about. Is anyone going to write me back and be like, AI sucks or AI slop or whatever, and how am I going to be able to let that roll off my back? And my other thing is like, what if no one says yes? I guess, right? Those are going to be my two concerns. If I'm afraid to do it, I'm going to say those two things. But I'm so curious if you guys, what your holdups would be about DMing the 20 people. I know we have a bit of a delay, so I'm talking, trying to give you a minute to let me know what your holdups would be. Or have you already done this? Have you already DM'd 20 people and felt fine doing it? And was it all great? Let me know that too. Oh, I know you guys have some feelings about this. What comes up when I say you're going to go DM 20 people tomorrow about your service? Does it sound scary? I'm going to put in my things. Concern over AI backlash about AI. And what if says yes? So Claude says, that's two fears wrapped in one answer. Let's pull them apart. I want to understand which one is louder. When you picture someone saying no or ignoring your message entirely versus someone pushing back specifically because it's AI art, which one keeps you up at night more? Probably pushing back about the AI art more than just ignoring me. Because if they just ignore me, then we don't have any confrontation. And so it's not going to really keep me up at night, I think. Beth says she's not on FB very often. So if I posted something, I wouldn't feel too bad. That's great. I love that. And you could do the DMs on Instagram too, or LinkedIn or wherever. But Beth also said, I do think the AI aspect is more of a problem. I have had several reactions that peed her off. Yes. Can I cuss on YouTube? I don't know. We'll try it. Pissed her off. I don't know. I don't know if YouTube, it's not like I'm monetized yet, so it's probably fine, I'm guessing. Okay. So yeah, people can be really cruel about it for sure. And then it can keep you up at night. So definitely I'm going to say the AI art pushback for sure. Okay. So when you imagine that pushback happening, someone saying, ugh, AI art isn't real art, whose voice does it sound like? A stranger online, someone you know, or your inner critic? I'd say for me, a stranger, really, because people I know, I have had a couple of people I know say something, but they usually say it in a very respectful way or in a kind way. They open a conversation about it, not just like bash me. And so I think it's definitely more like strangers. That says wackadoodles. Absolutely. I'm going to say that wackadoodle strangers. Definitely. Okay. Perfect. That's everything I need. The diagnosis. You're not afraid of failure, you're afraid of being publicly misunderstood by people whose opinion you don't even respect. That's not a business problem, that's a permission problem. You're waiting for the internet's most opinionated strangers to give you a green light they will never give anyone for anything ever. It's so true. I mean, a troll is a troll, right? Here's the reframe. The people who push back on AI art are not your customers. They are not even in the room. You are selling to a mom who wants her golden retriever immortalized before it turns 12. She doesn't care about the AI discourse. She cares about its beautiful, personal, and ready before her husband's birthday. The wackadoodles are arguing in a comment section she has never visited. Yes. Yes, Claude. That's so good. Your hand illustration sensibility plus AI is not a compromise, it's a craft. And the people paying $75 for a custom portrait are buying the result, the feeling, and the story, not the tool you used to make it. Every artist in history has faced that's not real art crowd. That is so true. I was just watching a video the other day on Instagram about how women's arts have always been called craft and never considered true art forms, even though they take years and years to develop and be good at, like knitting or crocheting or pottery making, making pottery like tools and things that you can use, bowls and things like that, mugs. And we've always been put down as like not artists. If you're a crafter, you're just a crafter. You're not an artist, you're a crafter. And so, yeah, I feel that line so deeply. Photographers when cameras replace painters, digital artists when Photoshop replaced brushes. You are not the controversy. You are just next in a very long line of artists who kept working anyway. I do feel like that. Okay, your 2-week proof sprint. The only goal is one paid commitment, not $1,000, not a full business. One person who hands you money. That's it. Here's how. The text got a little jumbled here. Hopefully we can read it. Okay. Week 1, build the asset. So make a sample portrait. This is a proof of your craft. Find one low competition keyword. Publish the listing. Don't touch it. Resistance will tell you to keep tweaking it. Ignore it. Week 2, send the DMs, post in the Facebook groups, and do the Pinterest pins. I can't read that part. I think it says wackadoodle. I don't know. I can't tell. To every DM or comment within 2 hours. Oh, respond to every DM or comment within 2 hours. 1 yes, sprint complete. Sprint wins, one person pays you, not when it's perfect, when it's paid. Notice what's not in this sprint. A perfect portfolio, a polished website, a response to anyone's opinion about AI art, or permission from strangers. The wackadoodles will be still arguing in their comment sections on day 14. You'll have a paid customer. That's the only scoreboard that matters. Are you ready to start day 1? Good job, Sabrina. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, let's see. Did she have anything else? Yeah. Okay. She just asked, do you love this newsletter? Absolutely. Oh, poll closed. Okay. So that was fantastic. What do you guys think? Do you gals feel like you got some inspiration here? And do you feel like you want to go try this for your business and do a sprint and see how it works? Are you going to send the DMs? Are you going to post a listing and have an Etsy shop? Well, or, whatever your thing is, you'll put in your parameters, what you do have, what you don't have, what your conditions are. Your time might be different. You might only have 5 hours a week. You might have 40 hours a week. All of your circumstances will change, but are you guys excited to try this prompt and try a sprint and see what happens? Yay, Delaine's game. Yay. I will put a link to Sabrina's newsletter post on her website in the first comment after we're done. So you guys have access to that immediately. Beth said, I wonder if it will work for her. Her issue is that she's so scattered. You have such good skills and goals, but I will give it a try. Well, Beth, when you're talking to your AI, put that in at the beginning, say, I feel really scattered. I like all of these things. Which one would make me money quickest? Which one will make me get to that path of how much money you need a month? And, I just used $1,000 for an example, but maybe it's $10,000. Maybe it's 5, maybe it's 3, maybe it's 2,500. Maybe it's $100 a month would be nice just to buy some art supplies. Everybody has a different goal for a business. It might be a side business. It might be a full-time business. And so when you do your prompt, just put in your conditions, say, I like this and I like this and this and this and this and this, however many thises there are. What's kind of cool about that, what's neat about having so many different avenues that you could go, like you have all these like fingers, all these places you could end up, and the AI will search the web to see what is going to sell the best and the fastest, and that can be your first thing. What I always tell myself, because I'm the same way, I have so many ideas and things I want to do. There are like a million things I want to do. A million. There might be more than a million. There might be a billion ideas I want to do. I mean, I've already decided when I retire, I'm going to be a professional cake decorator. Like there are things I want to do in this life. And it's so funny. There's just so many things I want to try and do. And what I tell myself though is that it's okay to pick one now and keep the others on the list. It's okay. It's okay to try one for some time until you just feel like it's not a thing, but it's okay to pick one and go after it and just keep the other ones on the list. I really do keep journals and lists and all these things of other things that I'm going to try someday when I come to them. And there are some things like, for example, what I'm doing right now. I put on my list, I don't know, 5 years ago, 5 or 6 years ago, I put on my list that I wanted to go live on social media, whether it was Facebook or TikTok or YouTube or something. I wanted to go live and I wanted to talk to people. And I didn't know about what, and I didn't know what I would do. I had no idea what it would be, but I knew I wanted to be live talking with people and sharing either stories or ideas or whatever. That was 5 or 6 years ago. It was on my list. Here I am doing it now. It can stay on the list. It might actually be a perfect combination for what you're trying to do. And that's what that worked out this time. This might still be on my list and I might still not be doing it if it were something that didn't tie into what I'm doing, what the one thing was that I chose. But it aligned perfectly with the one thing that I chose. And so I thought, well, great. Here's one of those ideas. It's going to shimmy in here and be it's still on my one track, but it's another idea that folds in. And I have a million of those, a million. I want to open a crochet Etsy and just sit and crochet all day long. That's another goal dream I've had. I did open a crochet Etsy and I did sell some crochet, but then I got busy like doing, I think I started doing events and then that was way too busy to do any crocheting. And then that was that. But, that's the sort of thing, like it just popped into my head because when I was cleaning my craft bins out the other day, I came across the cutest little crocheted dress that I made for a little toddler dress. Oh my gosh. It's so freaking cute. And I was like, what am I going to do with this? It's so cute. I've got to give it away or sell it or something because it's the cutest freaking thing ever. Anyway, that's why the crochet popped into my head right away. But so keep all those things on your list. It's okay. Pick the one that feels exciting and fun and the one that you think should be first, or let AI help you pick which one will make you money now with your conditions. Like you're going to be telling it for Beth's example, she's going to be saying, I'm still traveling around. I'm still moving. I don't know where I'm going to land yet. I'm in China now. I don't know if I'll be in China in 6 months. I don't know what house I'll live in 6 weeks. You can put in those sorts of things and it can help you build a thing around your parameters, around your needs. And I think you can do it, Beth. I think you're amazing and it's going to be great. And I hope you do the live you did tonight again, because I was dying to know what the hot and cold foods are and all of that. And I was so into it that I was so sad it got stuck. I was like, dang it. I'm so into this and I want to know the things. Beth said 1,000 a month sounds good to her. She would love to see something with AI that converts into income. Okay, do that. Tell Claude when you use this prompt chain, say those exact words. I would love to see something with AI that converts into income. And then tell it the things you know how to do. I know how to make songs. I know how to make imagery. I know how to make videos, all the different things. And Beth said, very good points. I will let you know what happens. I love all of your ideas. Thanks, Beth. I think you can do it. I think you just have to allow your mind to say, it's okay. I can have all these ideas. That's okay. They can be ideas and they can still be things I want to do someday. But right now I'm going to pick this one and I'm going to go forward with it because I love it. And it's something that sounds really fun and exciting to me. And I'm going to try it and I'm going to do it and I'm going to see what happens. And I'm going to give it a good amount of time. And I'm going to keep working with Claude. If you get stuck, you're going to come back to Claude and you're going to say, Claude, I'm stuck again. What would Starla tell me? Or whoever your person is, right? I'm going to come back and say, I'm stuck again. I can't move forward. I DM'd 20 people. No one answered me. Now I don't want to DM anyone else, or I did the pins and no one saved them, whatever it is. And you're going to come back and you're going to say, this happened. What do I do now? I feel stuck again. And let it help you. Let it help come up with an idea that energizes you. You can even ask for, instead of like this, you can say, as we're going along, maybe I don't like one of the ideas. I can say, well, I don't want to do that one. What else could I do instead? Or I could say, that particular idea or that step. Or I could say, give me 3 or 4 or 5 or 10 options. Like, I want 10 ways that I could market this thing that I want to do. Give me 10 ways so that I can choose the one that feels right for me. So that's the kind of thing you can do with AI is push it to be what you need it to be, the thing that drives you forward down that one path you're going to try right now, and keep all the other ones. Keep all the other paths. They're okay. It's okay to keep them. Keep them on the list. Keep them in a journal. Keep them over here to the side. And some of them might blend in at some point, and you'll know when it's natural. When it makes sense, you'll go, oh, that's right. That idea over there, that fits perfectly in line with this thing. And you're going to pull it over there and do it too. And it's just going to work. And what's really cool is when you find the thing that you love and when it starts working, it's so exciting. And you have to just be okay, be ready. This is what I always tell people, like on social media, be ready for it to be crickets. Just say, it's going to be crickets. I'm going to do the things and no one's going to care at first. It's so funny. When I started the artist retreat that I did with my friend Debbie, we were partners. We did the business together. We put on the event together. And when we started a Facebook group, this was back in the day, we started a Facebook group and we started inviting people to it, artists that we thought would come to it. And we would post every day something about the retreat, something we were so excited about. Oh, we're doing this now, and we're doing this, and we have this teacher, and we would talk about all these things, and no one was liking, commenting, anything. No one. But what we didn't know is people were watching. You know what they were doing? They were waiting to make sure they could believe and trust what we were saying. Because we were brand new, right? We were brand new. Here we are. We're putting on this brand new event no one's ever heard of, no one's ever been to. They didn't know what it was going to be or if they could trust it yet. And so people want to see you keep showing up and showing up and showing up. And then they start to go, oh, I trust this person. And what you'll get is you'll first get this one person. One person will be there all the time, and they will come and they will show up in your comments. They will like the posts. And this one person will be your main number one fan, your first fan. And we had this woman, Marcia Neal. We're still friends to this day. She's such a lovely lady. She was our first gal, and she was so gung-ho about it all. After a while, after the cricket phase, we got her. And she would comment and like and share and all the things. And we were so excited. We had this one fan, and we were like, well, if one person comes, at least we got one person to come to the event. And it just felt like something, right? And you have to treat it like that. That one person is a lot, because she stuck her neck out there. She was trusting us, even though she didn't know us, even though she didn't know our event yet, even though she didn't know what we were going to do or if we were trustworthy at all. And so you take that one commenter, that one like, that one whatever, and you hold it dearly. You say, oh, thank goodness. Okay, someone stuck their neck out. And what happens after that is now another person will, and another person will. And eventually you have 2 or 3 people commenting, liking, sharing. And then you hang in there and you keep going, and you're so nervous because you're like, okay, I only have 3 customers or 3 people attending this event or 3 people that might buy this thing I have. And it feels so nerve-wracking, but it grows, it compounds. So you go from the 1 to like 3 to 5. And then the 3 to 5 goes to 15 to 20 all of a sudden. It doesn't just go like one at a time, it compounds. And now you have 15 or 20 people, and then you have 100 people. And it just grows and grows and grows and grows. But you have to stick with it, and you have to live through that crickets phase. And that's what I want you guys to know is like, please, please live through the crickets phase. Please know it exists. Know that people are watching you. They are seeing your posts. They are wondering if you are real and if you are going to really keep showing up for them and that you're going to really do what you say. And once you prove that you're really going to do that by being consistent and continuing to post and continuing to share information or about the product or whatever it is, that's when people start to go, okay, I can trust her. This is something real. This is something I can get behind. This is something I can at least give my comment to, or at least give a heart to, or, at least share with a friend that I think might be interested, that kind of thing. So be ready for the crickets, embrace the crickets, embrace the first fan. And then before you know it, you'll be growing and you'll forget that you ever only had one. And you'll really forget that you ever had 0. You really will. It'll all just be a blur after that. And another thing to mention too is a lot of creators will say, oh, you've got to get to, 10,000 followers. You've got to get to 1 million followers. You've got to get to 250,000 followers. You don't need any of those followers to make sales on a product or service even. You don't need all those followers. You need people that want what you have or support what you have. And that's all you need. You don't need a special number of them. You just need people that believe in what you're doing. And that takes time to build. Embrace the crickets t-shirt. That's such a good idea, Beth. I'm totally stealing that. Is that okay? I love it. Because the Yellow Studio will have merch someday. That is on my list. She says, of course, your words. Oh, but that t-shirt idea, it was your idea. I love that. So yeah, do this. Go do this weekend. Give yourself some inspiration for next week. Get all ready to go next week. Get all geared up. And yeah, I had so much fun doing this. I mean, of course, the prompt was amazing. Sabrina just, she blows my mind. And then, the last thing I'm going to do, can you add all of these ideas and content to a Notion? Do I have, hang on one second. Let me check my Notion. I can't remember if I did Yellow Boutique tab already. I did. Okay. To the Yellow Boutique Command Center as in Notion as our beginner sprint for AI portraits. Okay, so we forgot to do that because we need to do that at the end of every Claude conversation. We're going to put it in our Notion so we have it, so we don't have to copy paste all of this, so we don't have to try to go find this thread at some point with Claude. We're going to have our Notion doc. It's going to be in there, and we're going to have it beautifully placed. And I'll show it to you as soon as she is ready. So she's got the headquarters. You've tried saving your chats and it says you can't. Oh, did you connect your Notion account to your Claude, Beth? I want to write that down. Okay. So she's working. Oh no, I didn't connect Notion. Okay. I'll show you where to connect it if you want. Let me know if you want me to show you where to connect it, because you have to connect it first and then it can do the things. And then sometimes when you do prompt it, it sometimes will come up with a little thing that says, do you want to allow Claude to do this? And then you just hit yes. So watch for that after you do a prompt like that. Sometimes it will ask that. And sometimes, oh, good. Beth said I showed before where to do the Notion connection. Okay. So now it's live in your headquarters. Here's what's added. AI Portraits Beginner Sprint is now a nested page in the Yellow Boutique. Open in Notion. So I'm going to open it and share. And here is our Notion page. And it gives me the information, what we're going to do. I love this. It's so good. The 14-day proof sprint. I can check off the boxes as I do them. After the sprint, what to do next. Key rules, coaches behind this plan. Fantastic. Good job, Claude. I love it. And this is on my Yellow Boutique dashboard. So I'm going to go there and see where it's at. And it's right here. AI Portraits Beginner Sprint. And then I click there and there it is. And this is wonderful. Now I have that saved and ready to go back and reference and get started. So fun. I love it. I'm so excited. I think I'm going to go do this for Yellow Studio too. Because that would be super fun. But I wanted to do like art and products for you guys so that you could be thinking in those frames of reference. So, well, thank you for spending Friday night with me. This is so fun. I love doing these lives with you all every night. And then I especially love Friday because it feels like this really fun start to the weekend. I just feel like it's our little Friday night party together. So thank you for joining me. Oh, Beth, you're welcome. And thank you. You have a great weekend too. Love y'all so much. Have a beautiful weekend. I will see you Monday. Thank you, Jelaine. Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome. Mwah! Good night, y'all. Have a good night and a good weekend.